Hello, my name is Vesper Fortune, that of fortune which of fate. I'm here to help you, change yours. I hope everyone's doing alright tonight. Let me just finish up, wait, hold on, did ads run? Okay, ads did run, my bad. Okay, let me just do some self-promo. I hope everyone's doing alright with the beginning of... Okay, question for everyone who's here. Is Sunday the start of a new week, or is it the end of the previous week? I need opinions. I need opinions. And, hold on, let me bring this up on Twitch. Let me bring myself up on Twitch. The letter, dreams really do come true. Don't you read nightmares? Nightmares really do come true. Shouted through dreams. Also, welcome in, whatever. How are you today? Welcome, welcome. Let me just, go ahead and self-promo my ass. I'm good. How are you playing FF14? Actually, good. You're going to be able to disable some of the mid we're about to experience, some of the bad. And did I hear something about needing opinions? The opinion I need is Sunday the start of a new week, or the official end of the weekend? Yep. Technically, it's the start of the week. Technically, but is it really? Where is my... You call it the weekend, but it's the first day of the week. Sag. I think it's mostly because, like, I see a lot of people treat it as like the official end of the week, and then Monday is the actual start of the week. And now you're mine. Greetings, salutations, and furthermore, 7 heckin' months. For those of you who want to know what's wrong with me, so do I. For those of you who think I should be chucked in the loony bin, you're probably right. For everyone else, hi. Welcome in, RX. How are you tonight? How are you tonight? Welcome, welcome. I'm having some good tea. I forgot to ice it though. I forgot to ice my tea. But welcome in, where I decided to, for my own sake, to not do Hiragana tonight, and instead focus on the letter, so that we can get it done, get it out of the way, never touch it again, pack it up, put it in a box, put that box in another box, put that box in a different box, send that box to Antarctica, and throw it on top of the highest glacier for it to we have a slow death as it eventually melts. Vesper needs more moonshine for what he's about to enter. They'll say you'll never touch it again, but I go to the extremes for the memes. Well, I do have to touch it again because I do have that video I'm making, and also the fact that I want to make a better version. Just like actually go on to Rinpi, Winpai, Winpo. And then there's the letters DLC. It does not have DLC. I hope it doesn't have DLC. It's called the email. I was like, wait, does it have DLC? Really? I was about to have a small heart attack. I was about to have a small heart attack. I'm like, wait, does it have a DLC? The letter. Letter. It just has the soundtrack and the art book. Neither of which I'm that interested in. Neither of which I'm that interested in. I think as a prequel of sorts. Then there's the spiritual successor, the Telegram. Actually, if I remember correctly, I remember looking at this developer's bullshit, and I was like, I don't like any of this. Because there is Saint Maker, which I have played, and it sucks. There's Love Esquire, which I'm pretty sure is an erotic game, an eroge. There's Perfect Gold, a Yuri visual novel, which, considering their work on Saint Maker, I'm not that interested in. Considering that they have more yearning and longing between two straight people than they had in their. There's more homoerotic vibes between Isabella and Rebecca than there was between the two main characters of Saint Maker. It doesn't give me hope for it does not give me hope for their Yuri novel. And they have another visual novel coming out called High Times, where you help customers escape their problems by serving special donuts that affect their emotions. So it's basically tavern talk, but with donuts. They basically made tavern talk, but it's with donuts. And there's a cowboy in it for some reason. Also, welcome in, Silver. How are you tonight? Welcome, welcome. I think Saint Maker and the Letter are the similar ones from what I heard in terms of genre. In terms of genre and art, Saint Maker and the Letter are basically exactly the same in art style. I'm gonna say this though, this might be a little. I'm doing okay. Just got home from socializing with a friend. Nice. And I'm sorry you had to. Did you have to call the peeps? The peeps at the shop today? I'm sorry that you had to deal with that. Let me double check. I think you said you did. Uh. Wait, OBS? OBS, hello? OBS? OBS? Damn it. Why is it always like this? Why is it always like this? It says connected and secured. Oh, mute. Is it OBS or is it my internet? It's my internet. It did not need to. Hello? Refresh? Refresh? Hello? God, are you there? And by God, I mean chat. God, are you there? By God, I mean chat. We all touched grass today. Strange. It's just instantly broke as a result. Everyone refresh. I don't know what went wrong. I guess I'm cursed. I can't have nice things. Refresh if you haven't already. Sound off if you want to. But murder. Wait, hold on. It says I'm live. It says everything's working. We're back to working, everyone. Of course. I don't even remember what I was talking about. I don't even remember what I was talking about because I saw OBS disconnect and I'm like, what? Why? What? Why? Wait, why am I? You're back? Yes, yes. Although it seems I am. Although it seems I am dropping. Okay, no, we're going back to normal frames. Maybe I booked the stream. Yeah, I don't know what happened. My best guess is that, my best guess is that either someone touched the internet modem in the living room again, or, we'll dismiss that for until 9:30. Oh wait, I meant to pause that. Hold on. Oh no, no way, I couldn't have done anything for that. I'm sorry for ads. So here's $1 million idea for you. When you do your next year of Ghana lessons, have Marianne teach you. You'll be motivated to learn so well because you don't want to retake the lesson. That would be so smart if I could do that. If I could just hire the person who made Marianne and be like, can you like just edit her into all these videos? Although I think the main issue is that learning a language is just repetition, repetition, repetition. Oh yeah, sorry for ads. No control. I don't know. I kind of hate that. I kind of think like if I already started a stream and I already rolled ads, I shouldn't have to deal with having to roll ads again. I shouldn't have to deal with having to roll ads again, especially when I rolled them within the hour. It's like, hey, Twitch, can you like have this quality of life update? Okay, thanks, bye. How would the program know you always stream though? I think it should be more on Twitch's end, not mine. I think that needs to be Twitch's end, not mine. Because like I don't think because like I already because this is from Twitch. Like I have all mine automatically rolled out. I have it set for the 33 minutes on the hour every hour, so I don't have to like roll them every 30 minutes or every 15. Because it's the same amount of ads no matter what you do. Because like if you roll the 1 hour 30, if you roll it for the 30 minutes, that's 1 minute 30 seconds every 30 minutes. This is more of, hey, you get all of them commercial breaks out of the way. Go piss. Go piss, girl. Go piss, girl. This is, hey, I like having the 3-minute ad breaks because it's like, hey, hey, if you need to do shit, go do it now because we're about to start another hour-long block of content. But let me go ahead and pop on over. Let's go on over. Let me get our motivational poster for tonight. Cause God, we're gonna need it. God, we're gonna need it. Not to mention, I really hope that guy who loves the letter is not going to read us again tonight. I feel bad because we still haven't finished. I also feel bad because I don't want to play this again. I feel better knowing that the horror is so supposed to be this shadow, this homage to B budget horror flicks. But I'm gonna be real. It doesn't feel like a B budgets have self-awareness. I don't feel this game self-aware enough to be called B budget, you know? Oh yeah, this is post running for our lives. Not always. True, but I kind of feel like, you know, with the amount of character drama, there should be some self-awareness in the horror. Oh, since we're playing horror, I'm going to change to my scream face. Cause I'm not surviving. Oh wait. I was just about to start without even showing y'all the goddamn game. New donation from Dennis. Thank you, Dennis. Let me see what that says. I'm not sure who's gonna be worse, Dennis or Marianne. I want to do this. Let's not by sprain my ankle. Oh, that one's good. I actually had the creator of the game like my tweet, though they were an entire ass day late. Well, not my tweet, my blue sky. Oh, that reminds me. I'm gonna have to shout them out next time I play Super Quest so that they can Wait, have I already posted this? I feel like I've already posted this. Hold on. Imagine if the Lotus Jazz reached out to you. Yeah, they're gonna reach out to me alright with their gun. They're going to reach out to me with a knife. Okay, let me see if we have visuals. We have visuals. Wait, do we have visuals? Or am I just super behind on my fucking I'm probably just super behind on my Twitch. Hold on. I see the game, yeah. For some reason like my I think my Twitch paused on my phone. So I'm like, wait, can I trust myself? Can I trust myself? Do I trust myself right now? And the answer to do I trust myself right now is usually no. The answer to do I trust myself is usually no. Luxbourne Park brings a welcome relief, though only by some. The chill that has seeped in my bones is still there, furling and unfurling underneath my skin. If I don't move, if I don't busy myself with anything, soon my brain will go haywire. It's the last thing I want to happen when there are plenty of things to do. May I make a suggestion? Add the stuffler to your throat. Listen, I'd love to have stuffed waffles, but first I'm getting an air fryer. And this all answers all of it, doesn't it? Those deaths? Because I've been told so many great things about air fryers. Will I not had both? Can't I just be stuffed? Just how many copies of the letter are out there? Isabella can't have the only one if other people are also getting cursed. Vesper declined being stoned. Never thought I'd see the day. Oh, there we go. It only took a millisecond. Could be the one she has shown us is just one of five, maybe even more. Uh, that this whole past this to five people business is ridiculous. But at this point, is it still? Oh no, we found 21 people who might have read the letter. 7 deceased, 8 if we count Cooper. Legit, legit as I was sending that. And now, and that's the only thing. And that's only with what we can find right now. We have no idea how the contractors and specialists hire from the outside, hire from outside the company are doing, if we are in any way affected. I feel like maybe touching grass was not the best idea for me. I'm so anxious again. Aww. No. Listen, you're nice and comfy inside your home, and you do not have to touch grass for as long as you don't want to touch grass. Not to mention, you are inside a house with air conditioning, I hope. No, wait, you said your air conditioning broke, right? Yeah, that's all I remember. I was like, wait, your air conditioning's broke. Oh no. Only the main room had, yeah, evaporator cooler and fans, yeah. Well, At least you have an evaporative cooler and fans. To be fair, we also only have. To be fair, we also have only air conditioning in the main room, though we're hoping to change that. We have like the parent bath spot. Apparently, how it works is that there's going to be like the main unit in that we're going to put in the kitchen, and then there's going to be much smaller units that we're going to put all over the house. Can I touch Doritos instead of grass? Always. I always suggest touching Doritos over grass. However, I also have slight allergies to grass. Not like bad allergies, but like every time I go outside, every time I go outside and then like I have to sit in the grass for something, my legs are always itchy. I think more people are suffering. Oh, many, many more. Everyone who's played this game is suffering. My personal 9/11. Touch the Doritos on the way to your mouth. Chomp. How many are missing? How many are dead? Oh no, right after I said this game was my 9/11. I'm going to hell. Can I even still blame the rights for this? If anything, they might be in danger as well. I don't think I can wish a curse upon anyone, no matter how big of a douchebag Luke Wright is. There's also that woman. How do we get out of this mess? How do we get away from her? Shit, still so many things we need to look into, yet all my body wants to do is pace, burn out whatever excess energy there is in me.
Ashton, I'm getting dizzy. Will you sit down?
It's the first time Isabella has said anything. She's been sitting quietly since we dropped here. Better and less distracting than watching her nervous habits, I suppose. She certainly seems calm now. Too calm, in fact, for someone who just seen something terrible. But it's been more than a week for her already. People get desensitized to things at some point. Even someone like Isabella. But who knows what's going on inside her head, though. Inside mine, there are too many and none of them would sit still.
I'm not going crazy, am I? I saw that. I'm pretty sure I saw that. I didn't inhale anything weird. Just shit.
Now I'm imagining Luke as the chosen one for Supercross. To be fair, Luke is the one who ends the game.
Shit. Isabella, please tell me that wasn't...
What I'm not expecting when I turn to her is mirth, one she could barely contain.
You're laughing. You're laughing. Why are you laughing?
You're doomed by the narrative and you're serving cunt. You're doomed by the narrative and you're serving cunt. I'm sorry, that was the only thing that popped into my head. Let me share. I'm sorry, I'm already distracting from the game, but I have to share the meme. Where is doomed by the narrative? You're serving cunt. You're doomed by the narrative and you're serving cunt. First a generation alpha joke and we're serving. I'm sorry, I had to bring up. I've been saving memes for Trial of Hearts. I'm not quite sure what she sees in my face, but in the next second, a laugh suddenly burst out from her.
I'm so sorry. It's just that you should have seen the look on your face back there.
Yes, right. Sure. I'm not the one who's panicked. You almost ripped my arm off.
Yeah, but...
Isabella, this isn't funny. We could have ended up dead.
I know, I'm really sorry. But this is just too precious to miss. You really lost your shit for a moment there.
You're trying to get back at me, aren't you?
Well, I'm not the one who kept calling someone scaredy cat for years. How does it feel?
She deserves it. You're the only good character, Isabella.
I'm not scared.
Really? Because it doesn't seem that way to me. At
Ashton.
all.
Ashton, who didn't even read that whole one. Wait, did he not?
I'm not scared. You're trying to get back at me, aren't you? Isabella, this isn't funny. We could have ended up dead.
Oh my god, you're right.
I'm not, alright? I just don't know what to do right now.
Immediately after the moment passes, replaced by another tense silence. Laughter dies in her lips as everything sinks in. We're in deep shadows, finally caught up and hit us like a ton of bricks. Hit me more than anyone. Cause she has been warning us of this since day one, and I'm the first person who brushed it off. Despite that, she still reaches out to me, tugging at my sleeve, almost desperately. Her hands are trembling and there's a tremor in her voice when she speaks. Without cheer, only fear remains. One that she has been burdened with from the beginning.
We're still going to do something about it, right? Not just stand around and let that thing get us.
Unexpectedly, she leans her forehead against my arm and her grip on my sleeve tightens. There's desperation in there, a quiet plea.
Don't lose anyone anymore, Ash.
Not to worry about Rebecca. There won't be any more words about Rebecca knowing where this is going. I wish I could give her that promise, but with so many unknowns, so many things we don't understand about this, how could I? Why she still trusts I can do something about this baffles me. All feels wholly undeserved, considering the way I've treated her. Yet despite my reluctance, I find myself returning her hold in kind. A grasp, warm and light enough for comfort. Not a promise, but the closest thing to it. Excuse me, what's this music? Darkness blurs the edges of my vision. Black tendrils twist and coil around my limbs. Thank God the nitrile plush chiral tentacles have come through to save me from this realm. Give me my tentacle yowie, dark gods. Soft footfalls echo far from the distance, scurrying, scampering, moving in an odd rhythm with the sharp, piercing notes of her laughter. A scream threatens to burst, but my throat closes off. Ever so slowly, a chill seeps into every nerve in my body, washing away every sensation in me apart from one. There is only fear. Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Once again, her laughter echoes. I sound both bitter and unforgiving. It is the last thing I hear before she reaches for me. The ground trembles. The world slows to a stop. Oh. Oh. Where are we at? Huh? Morning breaks in a blurry mess of vivid shapes and colors. Only there's no feeling of terror or confusion gripping me, despite the vague images that have driven me from sleep. Awareness kicks in shortly, Though slow and sluggish, I blink away the last remnants of unconsciousness from my eyes. The early morning light always streams from the open windows when my memory sets in and the room finally comes into focus. Isabella's apartment. Pushing myself upright, my eyes wander idly towards her prone form. She's hunched over the coffee table, both her arms under her head while she continues to rest. Then to the chaos of papers and folders we left scattered over it, before sleep has claimed both of us. We've bunkered down here last night after both our nerves have calmed down, mine for the most part. Staying together was an unspoken invitation. And anyway, I'm pretty sure neither of us wants to remain alone when there's that woman. I know they mean the ghost, but every time they say it, I think of Marianne. Is she still one in the first place? What we normally call a human? Can it still feel guilt? Does it understand pain?
Fuck. I'd rather get charged for breaking and entering than mess with whatever that thing was any day.
Not that thinking about this still matters when all of our lives are in her hands. She's dangerous, and if we don't do anything about her and this curse, we'll definitely be pushing Daisy soon. I can't let that happen. I dallied on this long enough, left all my friends in harm's way after the warnings they've all given me. Besides, beneath the terror and adrenaline that keeps me running, knowing what lies ahead for Isabella makes it hard not to take action. The paper sitting on the edge of the table calls my attention. At this, lie against my hand. Hold on. The paper sitting on the edge of the table calls my attention. At this, lie against my hand, and I reach for it. It has caught my eye the night before, but with the lot we still need to go through, I've simply ignored it. The logo emblazoned at the top of the page, however, provides this paper a whole new meaning. Not for me, but definitely for her.
Scholarship grant, huh?
I've only heard her talk about this once or twice, completing her degree, that is. She rarely goes on about it in great detail, preferring to keep it to herself. Perhaps it's the fact that she thinks she's already too old to be chasing after it. It has been 5 years after all. I've caught enough snippets of conversation between her and Zach to know that she has never given up on it. Despite how things have panned out with her father, she's one step closer to this part of her life. As silly as this may sound, coming from a friend, I'd like to give her the chance to have this. If this means stepping out of my comfort zone and figuring out what the deal with this curse is, I'll do so. Ghosts are murdering your friends and you're snooping, Ash? Too old? Damn. She's only like 29 or some shit. I've seen older people. No, wait, she's like 26. She's like 26, I think. Oh my god, this old geezer is going to college? Like close to 25. I've seen like people in like their 60s, their 50s, their 60s, their 70s going to college. Ashton, please. I swear, Ashton, you're in the wrong visual novel. If only to see that smile on her from that time again. I have professors in college who are also going to college themselves. These days, the only moment she seems to show it's when she's asleep, like right now, no matter how uncomfortable she appears. I smile at my own forms. Despite this, when I glance at her sleeping form again. Listen, Ashton, you might be able to see her smile more if you were less of an asshole. The fact that you're a cunt and you can't visit your goddamn friends is your problem. You'd be seeing your friends smile more if you were less of a flaky hoe. You be seeing more of your friends smile and this woman light up your life if you were less of a lying, flaky bitch. Like, sir, there are frosted flakes less flaky than you. Again, no mention of Rebecca either. Oh wait, hold on. Does she die today? I think she dies today. Yeah, she dies today. It's the 30th. She dies today. She hasn't moved since, her shoulders rising and falling in a slow, even rhythm with her breathing. You won't think she has any problems this way.
If only that were true.
So I place the paperware back where I've got it carefully so I won't accidentally wrinkle or damage it in some way. Finally push myself off my makeshift bed. Isabella shifts when I carry her from off the floor over to her bed, but doesn't wake. Simply tucks herself comfortably under the covers I pull over for her. Briefly though, she mumbles something to herself and draws in another deep breath.
Becca, Ashton's being dumb again.
She drifts back to a deeper state of sleep after, like it hasn't been interrupted by the slightest movement earlier, but the small smile on her lips remain. One I find myself returning in kind.
Who sleeps like a rock now?
It's better this way, better to leave her to her dreams for the moment, which I hope are better than the ones I've had. She'll have time to worry about our problems later when she wakes up. For now, this is another thing I don't want to take away from her. A moment of respite, no matter how fleeting. She deserves it after everything she has been put through. What I have put her through. In the meantime, I still have 2 other people I need to check with. Isabella will definitely get in a tizzy if I don't check on them. Cold Luxborn air meets me upon stepping out in the hallway. Not unusual in yourself, this is what Luxborn's weather is supposed to be. A bit cold, damp for the most part, and more often than not, terribly drab with an occasional sprinkling of rain every few hours. Sky is still clear, but I'll give it a day or two before the weather takes a turn for the worse. I complain about the awful rains for years, despite having lived here my entire life. I have to admit, though, seeing it return to usual feels extremely reassuring. At least something's still normal in the world when I can no longer think the same for the situation we're in. The hallway! Motel 6, slow gent fizz. I can do it, you can do it, move them kicks. Just the hallway in quotation marks has... because it is that. It's a hallway. And the quotation marks are the handrails. That hallway sure is hallwaying. A nightmare. My feeling when the hallways. You know, did y'all? I know y'all probably don't know about the tunnel under Oceans Boulevard, but have you heard about the hallways in this damn place? There's a tunnel under Oceans Boulevard, and there's no damn hallways in this apartment complex. The hallways under the red roof. It's an outdoor hallway. If there's a fucking... An outdoor hallway is just basically a connected porch. Usually I'll say I've been through worse, but that's simply another lie I've told myself, isn't it? I've fed myself a great deal of lies through the years, like this being a hallway. Or an apartment complex. Those have been very big lies I have fed myself. What the story has fed us has been a lie. I might use the word walkway or even a stretch on balcony. So, I've fed myself a great deal of lies through the years just so I won't have to think about it the next year. Or an atrium even. No, no. This is too cheap to call it atrium. We'll be real. Balcony might be suitable, but atrium is rich. Maybe we won't even have this problem if I haven't been running away ignoring things, hiding them someplace no one will see. Because I believe since doing so is a show of weakness.
Fuck do I know about ghosts, though?
The fuck we know about ghosts, though? What does Zach? What does Rebecca? Z-Man has shown me photographs, mentioned weird things happening around him these past few days. Bottom line, he likely knows as much about this as I do. Why else would he approach me, the guy who knows stuff, according to him? In the end, all I've done is give him the brush off, some reliable guy I am. Hell, Rebecca's probably in the same boat, grasping for anything that might provide an answer, a way out of this. What can any of us do when all of us lack any understanding of what's happening? One thing's clear about this, however. That thing is after us because of the letter. Both Rebecca and Zach have seen it too. She will go after them as well. Yet here I am, walking up to Becca's door, one slow step at a time, a stalling tactic to allow myself some time to put the mess in my head in a better order. See, man. Well, Rebecca ain't doing much of anything pretty soon. How to phrase this, when there's 90% chance she's still pissed about a whole different matter. It's the only reason we didn't check in on her last night, aside from the ungodly hour Isabella and I arrived. Only alarm her by showing up in her home in the middle of the night, acting like babbling lunatics. Her anger can last quite a while. These days, it seems the only one she can easily forgive is Isabella. But even with her, Becca's fuming still takes hours. I run my hand through my hair and straighten out my jacket before knocking. Once, twice, and 3 times just to be sure she has heard me, even if she is asleep. She is usually awake by now, though.
Hey, Becca, it's Ash. Open up. Don't tell me you're still in bed.
Oh, she's not, but she is lying down. Seconds tick by. No answer from her, and the dread has started to creep up. I've been trained to handle dire situation, but the feeling has been doing that quite frankly since last night. Oh yeah, she's gotta call him first, but she'll be lying down again soon enough. My mind begins to anticipate the worst, and in the next minute, concern has mixed in with my thoughts. I'm banging my fist on the door louder this time. She'll definitely be livid, but I'd rather face her wrath than a dead body.
Becca, it's Ash. There's something we need to talk about right away. Open up. I know you're...
Your girlfriend left early this morning, pretty boy. So if you could do us a bloody favor and shut up, that'd be real fucking polite.
Wow, here we are back at the ultra-luxurious 5-star hotel. My hand pauses short of landing another heavy knock. On the other unit, Rebecca's other neighbor peeks in through his door, though I see nothing but a bundle of blankets. I'll say they need help from being devoured by their sheets, but it sounds like he's just fine. That sound like Luke? They couldn't afford another voice actor. He's a huge asshole too, course of action. So people like him won't ruin your day, act like the nicest person on the planet. My reason it's not 6 stars is they only go up to 5. Has done me wonders when I was rookie patrolling the streets. No need to match his temper.
Oh, did she say where she was going?
I don't know. She said something about meeting someone or something, in case Filipina girl over there asks. Well, what am I, her keeper? You know some people want to sleep in on a bloody Sunday, so keep it down. Just looking forward to this weekend. Thanks, you damn git.
Well, there's no need to be an ass about it. I'll get out of your...
Unnecessary. Wow. He slams his door shut without warning, not before muttering a string of very colorful words about me. Probably thinks I won't hear him inside the four walls of his apartment.
Jerk.
How rude this must really be. Yeah, no, that was unnecessary. Like, Isabella has a name and she's your neighbor too, my guy. Y'all live in the same apartment complex. You can't really just be calling her that. You can't really just be addressing somebody by their race when you probably know their name. Oh no, he didn't. Oh, oh snap. Oh man, oh snap, that's really going back to the O's. Are we sure that common courtesy is not cursed? Cursed courtesy? Courtesy? Courtesy sounds like cursed ecstasy. Common cursity. Common cursity. So Rebecca's not here. I must have missed her by an hour or so, but at least she's not alone. She should be safe. In theory. Yeah, in theory. Or so if the person she's meeting with is who I'm thinking. Nevertheless, I can't help but worry. It's an easy thing, continuing down increasingly darker lines of thought. To act brashly to find out where she is and go straight there without deliberating on my actions first. There's Zach to boot. Rebecca's not alone, but I can't say the same for the big guy. A simple phone call to both of them should do the trick. It leaves my nerves at any rate. It's better than rushing over to Zach's place or assuming Rebecca's whereabouts and finding out where they're not where I guess they should be. Assuming the worst will come next, I'd rather avoid this early. Any other reason I won't bother them, but an emergency begs for urgency. That person she's meeting is the Grim Reaper. This is one, right? If it isn't, anxiety from concern dulls judgment. Something I most certainly can't afford to lose at any given time, especially right now. Any means to calm it will do wonders for the mental mess my mind is already in. Can we talk about Abigail for a moment? Is this when he gets that call from Rebecca? He's ruining on all this, and she's like, up at night, do you remember when I dressed you up as a girl? The implications of Rebecca liking femboys is also another thing we can get into. I just like that Abigail has this fucking Mandela catalog fucking bullshit as an icon. I like how it's Zach, Rebecca, Isabella, Professor Clark, Chief, Abigail. Other people will probably say I keep too few friends when they chance on this. To some extent, it's true. Can easily name about 100 people I've acquainted with through the years. Colleagues, blockmates from uni, neighbors, those sorts of people. They all come and go. But these three have chosen to stay for some reason without wanting or asking for anything. His cycle. I think Abigail is the chief's wife, if I remember correctly. No, wait. No, wait. Abigail. No, wait. The chief's wife is Rochelle. Who the fuck's Abigail? Like the others, none have Zach's kindness, Rebecca's patience, nor the sincerity in Isabella's eyes. On days these guys are just there, next thing I know, being with them eases it. A heavy, somber feeling lingering in the air when you stand alone in your apartment, or something as simple as spending your day off without anyone. Rochelle is the trollop, correct? Now, it's been over half a year, Vespa. You really need to learn not to inspire me with a meme. Oh, man. I will look at it soon. I'll say it's loneliness, but this carries much more depth than that. If I can help it, I don't want to lose any of them to some stupid curse. About that. About that, honey. I think you're a little late. You're a little late, but don't worry, you can hit the lunch rush and maybe save someone else. Would you like to order up a new friend? It only costs about $6.99. I don't know what I'm saying. I'll say it's loneliness, but this carries much more depth than that. If I can help it, I don't want to lose any of them to some... Oh, I always said that. A phone call might be the least comforting thing at the moment. Honestly, I prefer being in the same room with them right now, but I'll take what I can get. Becca first. She'll get angry at me for worrying about her. She isn't some helpless damsel in distress after all. About that. I like to order a basic bitch box to replace Rebecca. Listen, if you go up to $7.99, you can go through the whole Build-A-Bitch. You can go through the whole Build-A-Bitch assembly line and build your own bitch. Otherwise, we hit the randomizer. How is your relationship with Rebecca at this point? I'm wondering if how he talks about them changes. Oh, this might be why she died. Not gonna lie, this might be why she's dead. She isn't the shy little girl I knew when we were children. We're very far from the people we were back then, but that's more than enough reason to check in on her. Like how he's hardly mentioned her, other than here. Don't have to imagine her taking anything head on. She'll do it instead of asking for help when she needs it. Don't care if she gets mad at me, if only to know that she's fine. A ring. In the silence of the hallway, its sound alone might as well be sharp enough to pierce through my ears. Another second passes. 2, 3. Going on a night thing, it goes straight to her voicemail. A cold feeling instantly lodges in my stomach.
Rebecca Gales here. You've reached my voicemail. Sorry if I can't get to you right now. Oh, and if this is Isabella, yes, you're free to reheat the food in my fridge. Otherwise, leave a message.
Probably just busy, that's all. I still barely manage to keep my voice even when I speak.
Hey, Becca, call me back when you're free. We need to talk. ASAP.
Rebecca will be alright. Is alright. She's safe. With someone else. In the event that woman shows up, she'll have someone with her. Someone she'll be able to ask for help. She's safe. She can handle herself. Becca might have a fiery temper, but she knows when she's faced with something she can't handle herself. I don't have to imagine her taking anything head on except for the pavement. Rebecca will see my missed call and she'll call me back. Though I don't express it enough, Rebecca is someone I consider important to me. She's been my friend. Oh, oh, girl has been living in the friend zone. She's been my friend for the longest. Anyone else would have been fed up with me and left. The girls stuck by me, no matter how big of a jerk I've been. There's Zach and Isabella now, too, of course. I'll always be thankful for having them around. The worst times before, however, Becca was there. No one believes when I say it, but I've sure had awful moments as a bratty kid and as a horrible teen. Issues, I've too many of them to count and refused to deal with for a long time. His hair, my god. Oh, yeah, that is some anime hair. At least that's what Andrew likes to tell me. I didn't think nothing of it. It has mellowed down over the years, thanks to the professor, mostly. At times, I do wonder if it still burns me the way it did all those years ago. After all, I was terrible, especially around the time of my parents' separation. Looking back at it now, I had no reason to direct all my frustration towards everyone else. Well, I wasn't a kid who lashed out at anyone, preferring to keep it to myself and turn those negative feelings into more productive things. I've grown distant from a lot of people because of it, from my old friends back in my old school and the neighbors I've hung out with before moving. A habit I've likely brought with me into adulthood. Just so angry with everyone and everything. I kept thinking about was myself, wondering why me. In retrospect, I was a selfish little bastard who thought the world revolved around me. So you were a child. That I shouldn't have been going through it. I believe my behavior was entitled. I had the right. Tough times, but she stuck with me. Snapped me out of my little sulk, as she often phrases it, whenever she sees a chance to bring it up. What is this, therapy hour? You see, this is like my main issue, is that it definitely does not feel like, you know, the characters are coming to terms with their issues because of the horror. It definitely feels like, you know, oh, there's issues happening, but the horror is not helping them. The horror is entirely unrelated to all this character drama. She didn't tolerate my bullshit, but she didn't leave me alone either. If anything, the whole thing made her stick around. Her concern may have grown a bit overbearing as the years went by, but she's still an old friend nevertheless. I owe her a lot. That won't change.
Damn it. Where are you, Becca?
In fiction, this is called exposition. Consider productive to learn information. In real life, this would be called rumination. Another message left on her voicemail, then on my third call I hang up. For the time being, I can't do anything more than wait for her to return my calls. Worrying aimlessly won't get me anywhere. Oops. Zach, on the other hand. This guy attracts trouble no matter how much he tries to avoid it. Doesn't help how he... Doesn't help how he hasn't been too hot lately with a lot of people. His mention of plans yesterday didn't sit too well with me either. He might be the next responsible adult after Rebecca out of the four of us, but I still gotta check on the big guy. Make sure he's doing okay at the very least, whatever he has planned on doing. All I'm asking is for it not to be idiotic. He's a sensible guy, I'm sure. However, desperation clings and pushes people to do things, rational or irrational. It doesn't matter. Clear thinking flies out the window the moment you are in danger. I sincerely hope he has not found himself in a tricky situation. His phone doesn't even ring before he answers, or his voicemail at least.
Hey, Zach. Well, a voicemail anyway. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So, just leave a message, yeah? And no, Ash, you're not allowed to lockpick your way into my apartment again. Just do what any other decent human being does and call if I'm not around. Thanks.
Did he turn it off? Why? Don't want to assume the worst yet. Maybe he forgotten to charge it? Can't be. The guy can be a bit of a Boy Scout, even more than I am as a cop. He's type has an extra battery or a power bank in his bag if he ever needs it. Question, who's walking around carrying extra phone batteries? And he always does. He won't say anything or brag about, but he's got quite the roster of VIP freelance clients. Me. I am sorry. I am sorry. I just have never considered carrying around an extra phone battery. That feels like too much. Oh, yeah, conventions. Conventions are totally understandable since you. Okay, so Zach has a reason, because, like, he does, like, freelance bullshit. But, like, as a... I can't... As, like, a person who does not have that, though, I don't carry around that. I wish I had a reason to carry around, like, an extra phone battery. I wish I had, like, people, like, calling me to the point where I have to, like, take out an entire ass battery to be like, listen, I have to get out the other battery, the phone's dying. He won't just leave his phone dead in case he's on the field, particularly when people will likely be looking for him. He always leaves his connection open whenever clients or his friends need him. Zach is reliable like that.
Why isn't anyone answering?
His mobile in out-of-range areas sounds more plausible, although the thought of it doesn't completely shake off the unease. Unlike Rebecca and I, he took time to listen to what Isabella said. And if he didn't believe it, he was definitely the first one to offer help or try to do something. If he ends up if he ends up in trouble doing whatever it is, so help me, I'm going to. Well, I can't be rash, I'm aware of that. Been running the same reminder in my head since last night. If something happens, I'm certain my reaction won't be pretty. The added guilt from those times I repeatedly dismissed him will surely haunt me.
Yo, Zach, call me back, alright? I wanted to check in and, yeah, just please call me back.
It's usually a joke between us when I say he's the Watson to my Sherlock. So he's the one doing most of the fucking work. I don't see him as some assistant put aside until he's needed, like some people like to believe. I mean, I know Watson didn't do all the work, and Sherlock is the one actually solving stuff. But there's definitely been some shows where it's made, where they made Watson do all the work while Sherlock is just kind of off to the side being useless until he has his moment. I think a lot of people are more familiar with that than actual Sherlock at this point. Or like, you know, they have homoerotic attention. He's not some pity friend I keep around to make myself look good. Oh yeah, he definitely would with how you act, he definitely would have thrown you to the side by now if that was true.
If anything, he's the one who stayed by me out of pity.
Zach's the one who puts up with me most of the time, even when he doesn't need to. It's not a case of a cold cop who helped out a minority. Truth, I was a hard-hearted, hot-tempered, reckless workie up until I met him. Are we just going to go through all of this right now? Wasn't anything sudden. Part of me is still that worky. I've grown thanks to him. He tempers that part of me. Considering how our first impressions went, I'm lucky he stuck around. Becca and I may have spent a lot of years together as children, but Zach, he's... We already films were my first experience with Sherlock Holmes. Ashton shoots cocaine confirmed. It's probably the closest thing I'll call to a best friend. No, it's more than that. Come on, we know what can express. Oh, so there is homoerotic tension. Okay. He has my back and I'll always have his. He's a brother I never had the luck of ever having, only child and all.
And I have every reason to worry about my brother.
I know. I know this would be sweet normally, but Ashton's Ashton's been pretending to be black since since the first time we saw him. So I don't enjoy this. So, do those two need the Stuffler? A little bit. A little bit. Again, I would like Ashton more if he was a bisexual disaster, but no, he's straight. Rebecca's neighbor did say she went out to meet with someone, no specific names. Like, he's starting to spiral and ruminate and panic. Yeah, I think that is what's happening. But I think they also realize they just did not establish these relationships beforehand. If I'm wrong and she's not with Professor Clark, then maybe it's with Zach. They've never been close, but it's not the kind of awkward friendship where being together remains out of the question. And how long have we been in the game? Oh, Ashton is a bisexual disaster. He's just working on the whole bisexual part, so just a disaster. Oh, man, yeah, you know what? That's why I'm kind of headcanoning. He discovers his bisexuality in his 30s. Regardless, I continue dialing his phone for another 3 times, like I've done with Becca's. In the end, after the 3rd attempt with no one answering, I stop and move to cut the call with a ragged exhale. Oh, do we have ads soon? Do we have ads soon? Yes, ad starts in 30. Talking about how his relationship with Ashton is more than a friendship. I have looked up the requirements for the true ending. Everyone who's gay, everyone on the LGBT spectrum has to die for the true ending. I'm not kidding. I hate it. Where's my shit? I gotta go get Is that not everyone though? No. No, headcanons do not save our characters. In this game, no. Ashton's straight. Isabella's straight. Becca's straight. Zach's straight. Luke is straight. I mean, Luke is probably not straight. He is a problem. But only, Hannah and Marianne are the main characters who are not straight. And then there's Hans, who's the side character, who is the gay butler from earlier. And he also dies. I'm not sure how, but he also needs to die for the true ending, which I think is stupid. I'm going to go get my tea. I'm back. I'm back in the saddle again. I'm back. You wanna know something? Tomorrow, I think I'm going to, clean out because I have, like, an area under my bed that is completely free of all bullshit right now. And I'm just thinking, what if I cleaned it and made a nice, cool area to just be cool in? Cause damn, it's hot. I'm going to make myself a little, like burrow hole underneath my bed to be cool, cause as you know, cool air falls and warm air rises. Why do that? I could just shove more bullshit into it. Listen, y'all don't want to see my room right now. There's enough bullshit. I literally cannot move my chair too much. Well, I get to enjoy a big or righteous indignation tomorrow, but that's tomorrow's. Oh yeah, that reminds me. You finished something for me. Hold up. Doomed by the narrative. I'm sorry. I was like, listen, I need to get this game done. I was like, I need to get this game done. Where is it? My MTG cards. I have memories, but also MTG cards. Doomed by the narrative. Let's go. This spell costs 2 less if it targets a legendary creature. Destroy target creature. If you control the creature, draw 2 cards. You're serving Marianne? You're doomed by the narrative, and you're serving Marianne? Also, honestly, perfect art. Perfect art for this card. Perfect art for this card, honestly. Sorry, about 3 months ago, got my HVAC replaced, so you think the AC unit would work just fine. Just saying they're doing nothing. I get to get Angie tomorrow. Nice. Well, not nice. So you had to get angry, but still. Sometimes we have to activate the Karen mode. You have time to go Karen on them. Yeah, sometimes it's a necessary skill. But oh my god, I love the card RX. That is just amazing. Get her on the blonde wig and say, "Let me speak to your manager." Let me speak to your god. Which it's a bit underpowered for the cost, but I like it. I like it too. It's very fun. But then the manager is like, "I am God here." I know I changed the flavor text, but I really didn't change it, did I? Nah, I love the flavor text. I love the flavor text. In the end, after the 3rd attempt with no one answering, I stop and move to cut the call with a ragged exhale.
What game it is then?
I've been trained for those. Hell, I'm used to them, just not when it comes to people I'm close to. But thank you again, RX. I love it. As much as I keep reminding myself to maintain a level head, it's a whole different matter when it's someone you know. Personal feelings will likely get involved at some point. It's starting now, actually, with the anxious strings coiling and uncoiling, causing a racket inside my stomach. That's exactly when the line finally connects. Before he even speaks, my question has already slipped out, including every pent-up worry and tension in my body.
Where are you?
The line's choppy, though I can still make out the words he's saying. Nothing to worry about then. Just some place where network coverage is shitty. Can't imagine where he is at this time of morning, though. Did he go out for a jog?
What was that, Ash? Could you repeat that? Signal's shitty here.
I asked, where are you? Hell, Zach, I've been calling your number for a good 20 minutes now. What kind of shithole did you get into?
I meant that to sound as friendly as possible to keep things light at least. Instead, I'll leave the frustration shows in my tone. Clippy would like to ask, would you like to remove the cunt from that? He just said the signal is shitty. Who's the parrot now, Ash?
Morning to you, too. I should be asking you that question. I've been looking all over the mansion for you. I thought you'd be...
What mansion?
Dude, there's only one fucking mansion in this entire game. Keep the hell up. Also, not fighting the femboy allegations. Not fighting the fanboy allegations, honestly. What mansion, Lamau? I love it though. I wanted this to sound like, but I came out super angry.
Do I really need to answer that?
Zach really being like, do you have any awareness, you little bitch? Zach really being like, really? There's only one fucking mansion we've been talking about for the past fucking week, and you go and ask that.
Why are you even...
Please don't tell me that's his plan, a morning visit to the mansion where Luke Wright is. Of all the pighead things to do right now, it's the best thing he can come up with. Breaking and entering. I got plenty of reasons to rail at him right now, although no matter how much I want to give him a piece of my mind, unfortunately it's not the time.
No, wait. Just get your ass to Isabella's place, and hurry.
Rail at him. He pauses a moment, a second of indecision while he seems to contemplate his options.
How urgent is this?
In truth, the question, the hesitance and indecision in his voice has caught me completely off guard. And understanding dawns on me. His decision to go there isn't one born out of stupid impulse. He must have found something. However, no matter how urgent it is, he still shouldn't have gone there, alone at that. Despite myself, in the split second of comprehension I allow it to show a weakness. A simple request brimming with every unease and disquiet causing turmoil within me since last night. It bears a selfish hope that he'll understand, even through the unstable signal, that whatever's keeping him there, he'll be willing to set aside for now.
Pressing enough for you to stop asking questions and get yourself here.
I honestly God read that as rail. Well, it is my stream.
Please, Zach.
Silence fills the other end of the line again. For a long moment, I assume he won't heed it, and I'll have to drive there myself, just to drag him away from whatever danger he's skirting. Thankfully, he agrees.
I'll be there in a few. An hour or two tops.
Thanks. I'll see you.
Leaf washes over me as soon as the call ends. Normally, I don't let myself a moment of respite in times like these. Gotta stay alert. Rebecca's still out there, and has yet to return any of my messages. But for the moment, I relish in it. This is probably the first time I've permitted myself to do so since last night. Even the muscles in my shoulders have been complaining from all the tension I've taken on. It still annoys me that all I can do right now is grit my teeth and trudge back to Isabella's apartment. Useless. That's why I am in the face of this. A mad dash around Luxembourg and Aslan isn't going to help things. It's not like I'll simply stumble across them on the side of the road during a drive. Well, maybe not right now. Give it a few hours. You might stumble across Rebecca. City's too big for one person to go searching for only two people. I'll be lucky if I even glimpse the hair of either of them. With one last hopeful glance towards the open skies, I slipped back into Isabella's apartment and closed the door behind me. I might have already grown used to this, but the waiting will always be the hardest part. More so when it's the people you care about.
You're up early. I thought you left.
This is not the first time I've seen Isabella like this. Standing casually by her kitchenette, a ladle in hand, keeping an eye on whatever's stewing on the stove while humming a soft tune under her breath. 5 years ago it became a common sight after the three of them, including Zach and Rebecca, found a mutual interest in cooking. After that, whenever our schedule allows it, one of them will invite everyone to dinner or lunch instead of eating out. Rebecca prefers it that way, healthier, she claims. Zach's just too healthy to be able to cook for everyone. Isabella, on the other hand, as long as there's food, she's happy. Me, I've been banned from the kitchen ever since the pressure cooker incident. Easier times, good times. Right now, however, the scene brings an odd sense of normalcy. A strange fit with all the things going on around us. Ah yes, the Yuri picture is still here. The one where Isabella's jacket looks like her skin. And Rebecca's sweater also looks like her skin. So it looks like they're naked. I didn't forget about you. Not unwelcome, only bizarre, I suppose. Isabella doesn't follow up on her question earlier, but she does raise an eyebrow my way when I take too long to answer. For that, I only offer a casual shrug in response and a short answer.
I've checked with Zach and Rebecca. I'm just waiting to hear back from them.
I'll add in a clip or two for her if the timing for a joke isn't off, or doing so won't be inappropriate. I don't want to alarm her either. There's no reason to do so, yet. Unless Zach gets here, I received an answer from Rebecca, whichever comes first. Oh no, are we going to receive this call in front of Isabel? Are we going to receive this call in front of Isabel? Oh no! Nevertheless, it's clear she has plenty of questions. It's right there in the subtle crease between her eyebrows and the inquisitive gleam in her eyes. Curious as she is, though, she decides against voicing all her questions out. Instead, she shifts her attention back to the stove and gestures vaguely with her hand in the couch's direction.
Well, if we're going to wait for them, don't stand around there. It's getting distracting.
You're just cooking. How am I distracting?
Listen, she's next to the knives. You listen to her.
I don't know. Something might explode again, maybe. Zach's kitchen ban for you is also in effect here, you know. Now shoo, go. Stop hovering. You'll ruin the food. I'll be done here soon.
Me. You hover over me, you get stabbed. I'm not even going to hit you with a spoon. It's just stabbing. I go from 1 to 100. Isabella will be coming over with the food right when the call comes. She leaves no room for an argument by swinging the ladle at me, and just like that, I've been kicked out of the kitchen. With nothing else to do, I drift back to her tiny living space and slump down on the couch. Closing my eyes, I allow the noise from the television guide my thoughts. The ones I've been keeping at bay, freeing them from the cage I built around them so I won't have to think. One by one, they trickle back into my consciousness, each more frightening and unnerving than the other. So many things going on. So many things happening. The papers we got from the BRC don't provide any comfort either. Seriously, is there even a point to those after last night? Well, asking those people do. If anything, this only proved there might be more copies of that dumb piece of paper. We have one here, but how many exactly is there out there? More importantly, how do we get out of this stupid mess?
Ashton.
Damn it, I haven't felt this kind of bone-weary exhaustion in
I don't want to
years.
think what might happen next in case I miss something. Shit.
Rebecca, Zach,
It's
Isabella.
all depending on me and...
Ash!
The voice snaps me out of my thoughts, abruptly wiping everything running a rack inside my head. Suddenly Isabella's there, crouched in front of me when I crack an eye open. I haven't even noticed the exact moment when I bent over and buried my head in my hands. Figures why she's staring at me like I fainted or something. The crease on her eyebrows grows deeper at my lack of response. Though she's merely staring at me without saying a word, her expression says everything. So much for trying not to alarm her with bad news.
Sorry, I just spaced out for a moment. Don't mind me.
For a brief moment, she seems to accept that. Sorry, I have ice in my mouth. I'm not sure where to put it without affecting my speech. Imagine if she says the thing from out of nowhere. Remember when you dressed you up like a girl? Zach really liked that. You didn't know, but Luke really liked it too. Luke approves. For a brief moment, okay, yeah. All done without a single comment. Then the next thing I know, she's gently pushing a bowl in my hands. The scent reaches me first. Before I've gotten the chance to take in what she has handed me, a faint, sweet smell of cocoa wafts from the dish. Girl, it's 7 a.m. and you're giving me chocolate? Okay. 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 Calming, comforting, despite the multitude of things bothering me, it certainly smells like the kind of food you'll eat on a rainy day. But from the get-go, it doesn't look as appetizing. What is this even? Porridge? Why would you put chocolate in it and milk drizzle on top? She tells me my tastes are weird, yet here she is, handing me something equally as strange. In fact, she has always started digging in hers. No wonder we love her. I'm not sure if the taste will be equally as appealing. Baffled, I glance her way. She offers no immediate answer, simply continues eating as she hasn't done so in a week, her focus solely on the television. She's not watching, however, just listening, as background noise. The voices from it seem too cheerful, a willful distraction if anything. It's only after she has finished off half the bowl does she acknowledge the question in my eyes. With a sigh, she cradles the dish on her lap and looks down at it. Briefly, her lips part, then closes. Hesitation, though I don't want to push her. There's a distant air on her, as if she's remembered something that warrants a poignant thought. When she speaks at last, it's in a tone too careful, like she's weighing her words, considering the proper phrasing for it. Yet sincerity underlies each syllable once out in the open.
You should eat. Back at home, Mama would never let us leave the house if we hadn't eaten breakfast yet. Even Papa has got an earful when he tried. So eat. You'll need it.
She returns to her food afterwards, and I can only stare at the one she preferred not a few minutes ago. Warm against my hands, tempting me to take a bite. Not that I don't appreciate this, but what good will this do? Zach and Rebecca's both out there. Who knows when that ghost will show up again? Even in our dreams, we're not safe. But that's it, isn't it? We don't know when, and at present we have a chance at respite. Maybe the only one we'll have. Your mom taught me how to make this. Oh, I just went through that. Hold on. Even if it's a mundane thing of sharing food between us quietly, just sitting side by side like this, without exchanging any words. The intent hangs unspoken in the air, something that goes as far back as the second she offered food. Still, in the end, Isabella never pushes it. Rather, she lets her own silence convey her hope. Rather than allowing myself that break, she leaves it. Just eat the damn food, Ashton.
Thank you.
The words roll off my tongue, awkward and unfamiliar, far removed from those jests and quips we shared. Yet she accepts this with a smile and nothing more, regardless of everything left unsaid. The sight of it brings comfort. More so than any generous offer of food can give. Though we both lapse into silence after we finish our food, there is ease in it. In this, and the muffled sounds of Luxborn filtering into the room. And the light streaming from her windows and the faint draft occasionally drifting in, catching the loose tendrils of her hair. Oh no, he's noticing the loose tendrils of her hair. Rebecca never stood a chance. And the way her voice falters when she tries to form words. Despite the horror looming over us, I find myself wishing for the minutes to slow, for the seconds to last. But ultimately, she's the one who breaks it, softly, after a minute's pause, and words mumble under her breath. Sometimes silence simply compels us to speak.
I've been wondering, before last night, before Mama told me the news, what if Papa passes away, despite everything? That sort of thing. I know it's not good to think about, but I also knew it was getting worse. Mama won't say anything, but I've always known that one day, he'll eventually...
She releases a sigh as her grip on the bowl she still holds tightens. There are no tears, but she might as well have them with how weak her voice falls. Are there even any left?
I don't know what I'm going to do. Before, I can easily say it's because of Papa. Now...
And when it's Rebecca, he's like, she's such a good friend.
I don't have anything.
You have that scholarship from LuxU.
Were you going through my personal papers while I was sleeping last night?
I don't really have to. You left it sitting in the open, right there on the table.
Like there's still anything to hide, she snatches it away from where I placed it back earlier. Sorry, ice in the mouth. Except there's no anger or annoyance in her face when she looks at it, and rereads every line with a pensive expression. After a short while, she folds it neatly along the creases and sets it back.
I don't even know if this will work out.
Well, if it doesn't, what about that exhibit you've been planning with Zach?
Do I even have to ask where you got that?
Zach sucks at lying. You have no idea how easy he is to read. It was all in his face when I asked about it. And anyway, if that doesn't pan out too...
I trail off, hesitating, measuring the weight of my next words. Genuine as they are, part of me believes they're a burden, too heavy to impose upon her. Because no matter how much I want her to stay, you know what ties her here. It'd be selfish to ask that of her, more than anything. Her family will always come first. I say it nevertheless, only to let her know, no matter what her choice will be, there'll always be people here whose lives her mere presence has changed. Mine most of all.
You have us.
The words stall her to a pause, and slowly she turns to me, her eyes wide, disbelief all over her face. Oh shit, music change! But before regret forces an apology up my throat, her expression dissolves to something I can't quite place. Something distinctly softer, more tender, familiar, almost in the same manner she glanced at me years ago, that day at the bridge. How I don't get the chance to figure out what it all means for her. Could that be a card? Oh shit, music change. All of a sudden, a knock breaks the moment just as fast, and both of our attention shifts towards the source. Man, I was hoping Rebecca was gonna die right now. I'm gonna be real, I was hoping Rebecca was going to die. They were going to get the Rebecca is dying call. Before things can get awkward fast, I stand up to open the door while muttering some flimsy excuse in the process.
I'll get that. It's probably Zach or Rebecca.
Really, I know we're in a pinch, but their timing can't get any worse. Unrelated frustrations aside, once I fling the door open, a whole chunk of stone that has been stuck at the pit of my stomach simultaneously unseats itself. There in the hallway stands Zach, his hand raised for ready for another knock. Although he's not as most presentable at the moment, ruffled and drenched with sweat as he is, relief quickly washes over me like a tide. He's still panting when he pushes me aside and heads in. Second his feet crosses the threshold, he scans the place, eyeing what little he can see of the room from the doorway. No, Vesper, the call should be right as we're making out with Isabella. Well, now we don't get that. We don't get the makeout now. Just like we didn't get the third trollop. Damn, I wanted my third trollop. When he finds none of whatever he's looking for, he turns to me with a questioning look, one that has a hint of panic in
You
it.
said it was urgent. Did anything happen? Is it Becca? Bella?
Everyone's fine.
Not everyone!
Well, Becca's not here. She went somewhere this morning and hasn't answered any of my calls yet. But Isabella's...
I'm here, Zach. Morning.
His weight shifts at the same time. The stiff line in his shoulder eases, once Isabella walks up towards us and welcomes him with a smile. She was like, I was about to get fucking laid. He relaxes then, returns her greeting in kind. As soon as he let out the breath he has been holding, and the whole tension's finally off his body.
So, nothing's wrong? Why'd you call me here for then?
My explanation can't wait. He has a lot of explaining to do. In fact, he went to Anselm alone for some godforsaken reason. Warrants a proper one. Ghost or not, he has already been given a warning. Frustrates me to no end this might be the plan he mentioned the last time we spoke. Get that he's worried about Hannah right. Somehow they become friends, but that's not the issue here. Not when there's a murderous ghost who might go after one of us at any given time. Sure, Zag made it here in one piece, by some dumb luck. He's alright, and this takes one off the list of people I need to worry about. Frankly, as annoyed as I am, I just can't stay angry when I look at the situation that way. Fans, I thought they were just kind of friendly. Oh, that call didn't connect in that exact minute. There might have been a chance he won't be standing here. This is a blessing in of itself. Though, first things first, some things still need to be discussed. When I open my mouth, the only thing that spills from it is my own relief. Despite myself, the rational part of my brain screaming everything wrong about Zach's neat little plan. So just wondering, can we get these characters to take a few steps to their right? Unfortunately, I cannot do that. We've had so many close calls within just a single night. Zach showing up on Isabella's doorstep, alive, whole, and unharmed. I might as well take comfort in that while I can.
You're okay.
We can't say the same for Rebecca, though.
You did tell me not to do anything stupid.
Suddenly the whole room feels too heavy, and all I'm able to do is drop down on the couch. Haig also threatens to burst in the same moment, or perhaps this is what the release from anxiety feels like. Regardless, I reach up a hand to pinch the bridge of my nose, even if it'll likely do nothing to alleviate the impending pain.
Christ, you were right there! We have this stupid curse thing going on, and you were right there! You just walked up inside a private property! Those people can easily sue you for breaking and entering, and that's the least of it.
I know, Ash. But I
can't just leave things as they are. I've got to do something. I know you're not very fond of the Wrights, but they don't deserve it if something bad happens. Hannah most of all.
You didn't though? No, he did not break and enter. Though technically I think you can. He was technically trespassing though, I think.
God damn it, Zach, I was worried.
Unexpected he laughs. Not the half-hard sort he makes when he's awkward or coming up with an excuse. A genuine one. For my annoyance grows again and I snap at him though, he suddenly catches me in a headlock. His arms looping around my neck while he grinds his knuckles against my skull. Helpless, I squirm under his grip in protest. Even then, it's hard to do so when you're up against a 6-footer.
Zach!
Aw, he's worried. Why didn't you say so? That cool act ain't gonna fool me anymore.
Let go!
He will lend soon enough, though only after he's done ample damage in my hair. I hate it when he does that. But for a few moments there, the tense mood finally lightened up and everything felt like how it used to be before this whole mess began. Makes appreciating little moments like this easier, still.
Seriously, Zach. Why are you even there?
Told you already. I was looking for you.
Why would I even go there?
Well, you mentioned a plan with Isabella here. I assume that's where you guys went, since that's where she found the letter. Sorry. I was really at a dead end.
The logic in it stuns me into silence, to say the least. Then I remember his hesitance Titania has taken before agreeing to go here. All at once my anger from what he's done reigns. Probably this is my fault for keeping things vague. I can't berate him for assuming that when I only left him with vague answers.
You could have called me.
I did.
I didn't receive any and my phone was with me.
You're kidding, right? I was at it the whole night.
Whole atmosphere in the room changes in 2 heartbeats. Back again to the tension-riddled one plaguing us. Zachary stares at me like I've grown another head, then gradually he shifts his attention to Isabella. The expression in his eyes, questioning, asking for a confirmation, like my word can't be trusted. Not that I'm holding it against him. Can't even believe the things coming out of my mouth these past few hours. The latter ghost woman blocks cell phone signals. Unsurprising. Considering the fact that she enters on every single phone call like an unannounced sibling who picks up the other phone in the house and you're talking on a fucking landline. She is admitting radio raves. I think I have a quest for Zach, a super quest, if you will. His new partner is named Dennis. Breathing. Does that weird thing. Oh, the ghost girl frog croak. Oh, nope, I can't do it. I do not have enough mucus. Meanwhile, Isabella stays quiet. It's like that for quite some time. She looks like she wants to disappear right now. Guilt, frustration, anger, fear, all of flashes flamingly across her face before it melts away under an expression of worry.
Please tell me he's joking. You were there?
No, we really didn't get any. Everything was quiet last night. But Zach, at BRC, Ashton and I saw...
She never gets to finish that.
Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out. Can't beat me. Looking for
Abruptly, my phone rings again, blaring its badly sang ringtone throughout the whole room. Both of them pause, waiting, when I pull up to check the caller ID.
I'll tell her to get here as soon as she can. Excuse me.
Without another word, I slip out of the room and answer the call. However, However, the tone she assumes is what I'm hoping to hear.
Becca?
Hey, did I wake you up?
When I get a bit out of breath, there's a tinge of urgency in it. Listening to her from my side of the line makes it seem like she has just run a marathon prior to this call. What the fuck is he? What the absolute fuck is that background? It's the hallway!
No, I left you a voicemail, so I thought... Where are you?
Ash, do you remember that one time?
The question catches me off, to say the least. Where is she going with this? He looks like he's in a diner.
The... what?
Back in secondary. We joined a contest back then, didn't we? We had to dress you up as a girl and...
Was this call supposed to be in another location?
No.
What? You looked really pretty. I think I still have that picture somewhere.
Hold on, I'm going to put up a content warning. Even though I'm going to make fun of this. Welcome in, Louie. How are you tonight? Hey, I've been lurking. Yeah, I'm just going to pin this, even though at this pull me back in. Don't worry. Is it suicide when you've been pushed off by a ghost? Is it suicide when you're running from a ghost? I don't know. Rebecca's about to die, and she's like, "You look so pretty when we dressed you up like a girl." She jumps, though, isn't she? I think it's implied she jumps, but she only jumps because she has no other recourse. Is that... Well, I'm raising ghost aside. Assuming the ghost is there and not a hallucination. But yeah, we're finally getting back to the point where Rebecca dies, and she is deciding the worst moment to remember.
Burn it. We're not talking about that again. You promised.
It did happen. Not a memory I'm very fond of, to be honest. Still, laughter escapes me. No matter how embarrassing it is, that moment is one of the few I can remember clearly in my head. He's smiling, though. Noah did found where she kept those photographs.
Seriously, what brought this on?
Nothing. It's just the first thing I remembered.
You're being weird today, Becca. Whatever. Listen, I need you to go home right away. I'm at Salem Well right now and...
Thanks, Ash.
Oh yeah, I'm about to die. Okay, bye. What? Suddenly her voice hitches. Almost as if she's in tears, and it sends every alarm bell ringing in my head. For better or for worse, something more than wrong is happening on her end of the line. Regardless, I give her the focus she asks of me. Don't want to think she is nearly pleading for me to listen. I like to imagine that it isn't horror and a deep underlying resignation that I hear in her voice. I'm transfixed.
Hold on, did I do something?
For everything.
Rebecca, what?
I'm so glad to have known you.
I'm about to log out of life later, bestie.
Wait, what are you...
Whatever her words mean or feelings they carry ceases to matter in this instant. The only inconsequential when someone, Rebecca's life, might be in danger. This whole thing isn't just wrong. Wherever she is, something fucked up is going on, and I'm listening to it right now,
God
helpless.
damn it, Rebecca, where are you?
A laughter, and then the line drops dead. And the ghost pauses to let her make this call.
Rebecca? Rebecca!
Dread turns into terror, and the sudden commotion from Isabella's room comes rushing in all at once. Zaxoid whispers Isabella's anxious pleas, and the television broadcasting some news about a jumper all over the city. To be fair, as a person who has been called in this situation, it is kind of like this. Minus all the tropey gameness, of course. Oh damn, the news is on it. The main reason why I can't take this seriously is because I hate everyone in this game. Yeah, like listen, I'd be taking it seriously if at any point these characters became likable. It does not help that Ashton is a non-believer cop in a horror visual novel about a ghost. But I like to think her story is just confused the ghost so much she just paused like, what the fuck? Yeah, the ghost is about to push her off, but then Rebecca goes and is like... Rebecca goes and is like, do you remember that time we dressed you up like a girl? And the ghost is like, wait. I need the tea? I need the tea for just a sec. I need the tea. The ghost is like, wait, you were dressed up like a girl? Hold on. Oh yeah, and the ghost is using Hannah's body right now. So she's like, oh, I have to remember that food. My god. This is so much. There's a split second where I'm torn between trying to figure out where Rebecca is and finding out what happened to inspire such chaos all of a sudden. Then Isabella's horrified scream tears above everything and nothing else matters. Spurred on by a cold gut feeling, I rush back inside. Only to bump into Isabella. Yeah, Lumi, the game is something else. The impact causes her to stumble back. Takes a 2 whole breaths for her to steady herself. Shaking, she braces both her hands against my arms, gripping my jacket tightly as if it's the only thing keeping her from breaking. Oh, and by the way, the girl who just died, we've been friend-zoning her for years. We've been friend-zoning her for years, and we've been in love with her best friend. And she doesn't know we don't return any of her affections. I went to read the synopsis and it did not help at all. Though even then, there's weakness to her movements, her breathing labored. Any minute, it seems like her knees will suddenly buckle if I don't keep a firm hand on her shoulders. And it all shatters when she glances up at me. Tears stream down her cheeks, panicked, desperate, her voice brimming with anguish when she speaks.
Ash, we need to get out of here. We can still save her.
I mean, it was like, what, 5 stories?
Save who?
Despite the question, a cold and cruel voice whispers in my head. You're too late. I want to believe it isn't. I hope and wish it isn't who I think it is. Because I don't want to be someone who has been so useless in that exact moment, paralyzed by dread when I heard her speak. I knew something was off, god damn it. I don't want to think it might have been her final words I'm listening to. But the horrifying possibility that what I dread is real drowns out everything else, especially with the next words that tumble out of Isabella's lips.
Rebecca's! We have to help her! We can't just let her die like that!
Without warning, her knees buckle. Stunned, I had no choice but to go with her. She slumps weakly on the floor, her face sinking into my shoulder as furious tears flow from her eyes. At the sound of her sobs alone, everything around us fades. Every sound, every movement becomes nothing but noise. Even Zach's somber expression doesn't completely register until I glance up at him with a heap of questions in my eyes.
Zach, what does she...
He merely works away, not to avoid my gaze, but lead it towards the television still blasting the same news from earlier. A live broadcast. The second my eyes land on the screen, understanding dawns on me. I'm useless. Becca. I'll recognize her anywhere. I can make out her form even from the way the station has blurred out her image on the TV. Not the library! Listen, we were doing ghost research. Don't default. It's the ghost's fault! Well, technically it's my fault. I made these decisions. To be fair, it's hard enough to get funding. Luby, you're killing me. Vesper was the one who saw the ghost and thought, I should run to the roof. To be fair, Becca was going yandere, she was delusional. And once again, all these characters are trauma without personality, so, you know, the library is the main loss here. The library is the main loss here. Louis' right. The library is the one that's going to take the hit. And for once, that isn't a welcome fact. Too clear, too vivid. Her broken body lies on the sidewalk in just one big, bloody mess. Her hair fans out and stands out in stark contrast to the pavement. Slick with blood, and redder than it has ever been. The right side of her head has been caved in from the impact, and her right arm is twisted and mangled. And there are those words again around her, help me, just like the letter.
Medical personnel are on their way. Officers have resumed securing the immediate area for investigation and cleanup.
Look at her noodle. I'm so sorry, but I just zoomed in. She died in the Family Guy death pose. No, y'all are right to make fun of this. Gone.
Have been dispatched for crowd control.
She's gone. And I wasn't able to do a damn thing about it. Oh no. I can't be serious about it no more. Dark humor kicking in, let's go. Even now, I can't do anything other than stare at the tragedy playing out in front of us. Hold on to Isabella like a lifeline as she does with me. I can't even bring myself to move, because no matter what I say or do right now, empty words won't bring back the friend we all lost. Numb is an understatement. No. I feel dead inside. I'm going to hell, but the post was so funny. Dead inside, do not open. We all do. In the end, I can only scream. You feel this? Ah, goddamn, we have to live through this. Death notification is a task I avoid like the plague. Yes, I do feel like Dennis. Although I've known Rebecca since childhood, there are plenty of reasons why I shouldn't be the one breaking the bad news to her parents. 1. Protocol states you're only supposed to do this in person. 2. Protocol also states you're supposed to do this with a partner. And 3. I've never been good with words. But here I am, unceremoniously thrust into the task all because there is no other one. As expected, everything goes as well as my blunt mouth can take. Miss Gale's relentless sobs echo loudly through the receiver when I finish informing her. All I can say before ending the call is an empty...
I'm really sorry, Mrs. Gales.
For ending the call with a click and hang back inside Isabella's apartment. I don't think this will go well. Yeah, no. Rebecca's supposed to be alive on the good ending route. But you know what? This is my first playthrough. I'm allowed to. I'm sorry, clicks. You get a fucking phone call. Your daughter is dead, and then they hang up. God damn, I can't like any of these people. I like Isabel. Because she's nice, and she doesn't deserve any of this. She's too good for this one. I like Hannah. Because Hannah's the only one with any actual fucking personality. I like Zach, but Zach is flat. I'm sorry, that man has nothing going on for him. I will point out that by saying my first playthrough implies there will be more. Hey, listen, if I'm going to rip this game to pieces, in a video essay, I'm gonna have to try and get the fucking true ending. I'm just not gonna do it on stream. Listen, just because I have to suffer does not mean y'all have to suffer. Her mom's voice still rings in my ears as I leave it all in the hallway behind me. Again, this is not a hallway. I hate it every time they call this a hallway. This is a Motel 6 at best. I would like to know the location designer for this game, because I'm going to send them to the moon, and then I'm going to ask them to draw the moon. And if they come back with the sun, I'm going to see what's wrong. Draw me a palace on the moon. They say they read the script. Hallway. Yep, got it. I don't even know what's up with these tiny windows. Why is there so many windows? Why is there so many windows? These are don't. Guy, this is what a baby looks like, right? Draws a Jesus baby with 6 fingers. Reminds me of how women were drawn in, like, back in Greco-Roman times. A woman is just a man with boobs, right? You still draw the 6-pack on them, right? Even babies. Who knows? Maybe everyone was ripped back then, even babies. You were just born ripped. You didn't even need to go to the gym. All the babies with grown man faces. This is what a horse looks like, I think. Oh god. The medieval animals are probably like the worst. Here though, Isabella's cries have already faded to soft whimpers. Sometime while talking to Rebecca's family, she has fallen asleep. Now she lays still, cuddled under her blanket. Nearby couch, Zack sits silently and simply gives an acknowledging nod when I pass by. Mostly, I take the empty space on the edge of the bed. Despite how peaceful all this seems, the gravity of the news has hit all of us hard. It's in the dense air now, lingering in the room. It's in Zack's shoulders while he tries to make himself look smaller against the couch. How to draw a Greco-Roman lady. First you draw a circle, then you draw the rest of the owl. I drew an owl a day or two ago and I laughed to myself how awful I thought that. First you draw a circle, then you draw the rest of the damn owl. Most of all, it's in the furrow between Isabella's brows. Gently I reach out to smoothen it out. She reacts with nothing but a sigh before turning on her back and burying herself further under the sheets. I should share the owl. Share the owl. Share the owl. Alright, we have ads. I'm going to give myself some more tea. Because I deserve it. I'll be right back. I think I can take down the pin message. Since it is ghost aside. Unpin. I'll be right back. Enjoy the BRB screen. I'm back. I'm back. We're still ending at 12, by the way. Even though, technically, Wait, hold on, did I? What's this? Why does it say I've only been recording for 2 hours, 16 minutes? Oh wait, never mind, that's gonna work out, never mind, yeah. Still ending at 12 because it's fucking hot. It's hot, not to mention we've been, I still have the rest this week to finish this damn game. I still have the rest this week to finish this damn game. Hopefully we finish this week. Hopefully I can get in like a 4 or 5 hour stream sometime. Maybe it won't take all week. I don't know, I was thinking I was gonna finish Ashton tonight. But it's not looking like that. Speaking of which, I've been doomed by the narrative. I've been doomed by the narrative to finish this game, but it's taking too long. I'm sorry, I'm just, Oh my god, the owl. That's a lovely owl. Well, I was like, I'm kind of drained. I'm doomed by the narration. So I'm saying is, I'm lossing. Good night, RX. I hope you rest well and sleep well, and hope that your job tomorrow won't like drain you or anything. Please rest up and have a good night. At the same time, Zack also shifts. He leans forward, hands clasped tightly in front of him as a pensive expression comes over his eyes. A long minute passes while he sits like this, before he speaks and glances up at me.
Were you able to tell her family?
Yeah, we did a pretty shitty job of it, too.
Yeah. It was bad. She was their only child, and...
Excuse me, Ashton? You think having more children would have made this better? Oh yeah, she was our least favorite. Fuck her, bye. I mean, understandable, I've seen her personality, but still. Who wrote this?
I'm sorry, Ash.
Don't. You did what you could.
I was the stubborn one. I was the one who didn't listen. She kept telling me. If only I'd listened to you. If only I listened to Isabella. She'd probably still be...
alive. Becca's the last person I need to account for, damn it. Zach's here. Isabella's here. Where did it go on with her?
What do we do now, Ash?
Unable to offer an answer, I avert my gaze. How many more close calls do we have to go through? How many deaths do we have to witness? How long can we keep this up? We're bound to break at one point. No normal human being with a sane mind can last like this. Losing people important to them one by one, right in front of them. It's a miracle Isabella hasn't cracked yet. She, out of all of us, carries a deeper attachment with the people she loves, no matter how little time she spent with them. After all, she's the one who found that letter. I've expected her to have caved in by now, yet her voice, surprisingly calm and composed in the face of this, is what suddenly cuts through the thick air.
We can't let that woman, that thing, take more people from us. I'm not going to lose both of you to her.
Her bed creaks, dips, when she pushes herself off of it and takes the empty seat next to Zach. Quietly, she begins gathering every paper from BRC and starts laying them out on the table. Once done, she glances briefly at both of us, a sharp, determined one, then gets straight down to business without another pause. With what happened, we had no choice but to follow her lead. Although there's some tense fumbling for words at first, the whole conversation gains steam once what we found out last night at BRC has been put on the table. All at once, everything we brushed off, carelessly ignored, and really dismissed had been laid out for close scrutiny. Zach's encounters with the woman and his dreams, Rebecca's close brushes with death every time she appears, the dread, the fear, the terror she brings out even in the bravest of us. Everything. Because no matter how bleak this all seems, there must be a way out of this. There has to be. Logic be damned. At least that's what Isabella and I would like to believe. Yet even as the cold morning light shifts to warm hues of late afternoon and eventually night, none of this still makes a fucking damn sense. Darkness has fallen, but we're still nowhere near figuring things out. If anything, we're more at a loss than we've ever been before. Before we even started this. Next thing I know, frustration rears its ugly head, and the sheet of paper I've been holding smacks the table harder than I intended. The sound of it echoes loudly in the small room, and everyone simply falls silent. Along with it is a release of another long-held breath. Perhaps the 100th since this morning.
We aren't getting anywhere at this rate.
Don't just drop it. There must be something in this we aren't seeing yet. Ash, please. Rebecca wouldn't want us to give up on this.
It's an odd thing to hear from her. The very words I've been telling myself every single time I find myself facing a dead end. We can use a little of the optimism right now, I guess. Isabella's right on the other point as well. Rebecca would definitely give me an earful herself if she were still here. She had a knack for being brutally honest with her opinions. We often clashed at times, yet I still respected her for it. Her opinion was as valuable as every other person I've let into my life. Can't lose another person like that.
I know, but what are we supposed to be looking at here in the first place?
Well, we already looked through those files. You're the one that picked it out last night, right?
All of them? I'm pretty sure every person we've checked in there isn't necessarily involved. One client possibly died of old age. Remember, you found that dumb paper.
Not so dumb if it can kill all of us.
Not a good time for a joke, Z-Man.
Sorry.
Anyway, like I said, you discovered that paper right before the open house. No one else was allowed inside during that time. It's too broad of a scope if we include every single person. In fact, the only notable ones are C and Jean-Marie.
If we're going to include them in the count, shouldn't there have been more than enough people to end this fucking curse already? How does this thing even work?
Yeah, okay. They went in and out of this place. But no, you still don't get it. What I'm trying to say about those clients is...
Shouldn't we look into the mansion too? That's where the letter came from. That's where she came from. Maybe it's just as the professor says.
He did tell me there might be more to this than what I might be thinking.
How does the mansion equate into all this? How does the letter Isabella found us? Will bringing the letter back there fix everything? If I'm going to go by what Andrew told Zach, the connection between the letter and the mansion's curse may run deeper than what we've initially thought. That stupid paper might be at the heart of this for some reason. We won't be able to figure this out without looking into the other. Fuck. How do I? The mansion's a private property now. Can't just waltz in there. I'd rather die before I even think of begging Wright to let me in and investigate the place. One thing's very clear after these last 2 days, however. We're not safe anywhere, and I have to act fast if I want to keep my friends alive. We can't keep running away. Sooner or later, she'll get us like she did with Rebecca. Before that happens, I have to put an end to this. Sighing, I stand out and stretch the kinks in my back after several hours of sitting. We've been at this for too long. A break is needed. Time to let everything sink in or else we'll burn out. I'll burn out. I know I will, and it's another thing I cannot let happen, and they're all counting on me like this. I'll be unspoken. It's in their eyes as they look up at me, waiting.
We've been at this since morning. We should take a break for a few...
Oh! It's girly pop time! It's our favorite ghost girl. She's here to serve cunt. The rest of it never makes out of my mouth as something heavy and grating sounds from the far end of the room. Let me save. A harsh, booming noise rending through the eardrums of everyone in the room. All at once, the two of them are on their feet while I quickly palm for my gun on the table. Now, before I can pull it up and remove the safety, the whole racket stops. What is your gun going to do against a ghost girl, honey? Cunty, really? Stillness descends in the room. Amidst the sudden hush, the three of us exchange anxious glances. So much for a break. Now, where will Ghost Girl come from? Window number 1, window number 2, the window we probably don't even see. Or the door. Make your guesses now, chat. Or will she come from the TV? The hallway. We got the hallway.
I don't like the sound of that. At all.
Gather everything.
No questions asked. They waste no time getting to work, piling up the documents we've already been reading through. Even Isabelle is unusually silent as she gathers everything in her arms. Her own movements sharp and precise, a deep furrow in her brow. There's fear, but something hard and urgent overshadows it. But the moment doesn't last. Before we can even finish, another noise ups the tension already gripping the place. Suddenly the light goes out and the wardrobe at the end of the room rattles, as if something inside begs for freedom. Narnia! Oh, that's new. Oh no, wait, she was in the lockers before, so not really new. But unexpected! The lion, the wardrobe, and the audacity of this bitch? Oh wait, it's the lion, the witch, and the audacity of this bitch. Cautiously, eyes glued to her, I take a step forward and release the lock from my gun. I'm no trigger-happy person. I'm not even sure if this will work on a ghost. But right now, its smooth surface against my palm, with the trigger on my finger, provides the closest thing I have to relief as I approach the closet.
Ashton, what are you doing?
He's going to shoot up your bras.
I don't think that's a good idea. We should just...
Very as they both are, they immediately stop at the slight raise of my hand. The edge is there while they all huddle in the space between the door and the room. In case this goes south, whatever I find inside, they have enough time and space to run from their position. What will the Glock do? The boy got his Glock out and it won't do anything against the ghost. He's Glocked out and it's not gonna do anything. Ghosts have Glock immunity. Unless, you know, you're like in Persona, but that's different. In 2 deep breaths, I cross the room and stand in front of the closet. Whatever's inside has yet to stop thrashing. Instead, it has now moved to banging at the door, louder and louder the longer I dally. It's incorporeal? This is ridiculous. Another shallow breath. Do these kids even play D&D? Listen, the one that played D&D had way too much shit going on and we killed her off already. What kind of nerds are these? Listen, the one that I played D&D, or what was it, Druids and Demons, the knockoff D&D here, Druids and Demons, we killed her because she actually had too much personality. She had too many quirks going on. Like, we're at both ends of the spectrum. We have not enough personality going on, and then we have too much personality going on. Another shallow breath, a glance at my companions, a nod. The idea of shooting your ghost is literally a nod. Something creaks. Then the next moment, I'm grasping at the handles and swinging the door wide open to reveal... nothing. Oh, wait. No, wait, there's some cute shoes, though. There's some cute shoes, though. Isabella be rocking some pink Converse with the Lolita bow ties on them. But there's literally no other drip in here. By the way, I put the clothes hanging on it, and still none. What were you expecting, Narnia? No ghost. No woman. Not a single trace of whoever's inside. Confused, I glanced back towards Zach and Isabella, only to see them mirroring the same expression on my face. The noise has finally stopped, but I'm quite sure it isn't my imagination. Or maybe it is that I'm too strung up that my head's now making things up. Whatever the case is, we need to get out of here as soon as possible. This only confirms we aren't safe anywhere. Without bothering to close it, I moved back, ready to leave. Adrenaline now coursing through every vein in my body. What the Glock gonna do, though? What the Glock doing? In the next second, I'm barking orders and...
We should go. You two, we need to...
I'm since sprawling on my back as something cold catches my ankle and yanks. The resulting fall knocks the wind out of me. Ah, she's back! We finally have confirmation. Our girl is back. Pain racks my whole spine and the back of my head as it collides against the floor. The force enough to dislodge my own brain from my skull. A moment lasts before stars fade from my vision. And then, I sense it. Cold tendrils twisting around my ankles. The smell of vile rot assaulting my nose. Nauseating, sickening. A foul smell draining every feeling in my body. The moment her horrid laughter, still as unpleasant and vicious as the last time I've heard it, reaches my ears, my eyes snap open. The ghosties about that lie. Perhaps... Wait, hold on. Hold on. You know, I know some people who'd be into this. What's... Well, my stream is becoming adults only at this point. I mean, I'm only 18 plus, but come on. The fucking music, I love it. Someone just rolling on the keyboard. Perhaps it's just an experience as we stare at the woman between our legs. She said, let's get this man up out of here, and told herself, yes, sir. I think my mind's still attempting to comprehend this. Why is she hot? Let's be real, why is she hot? I'm not saying that ghosts can't be hot, but girl got on her Chanel lip gloss. Girl got on her Chanel lip gloss. Girl watched Yuri on Ice and saw our boy putting on that Chanel lip gloss and was like, I gotta get me some of that. Denko would be into this, by the way. To be fair, the ghost looks nice. A little too, like, grudge girl for my tastes. But, I'm kind of very bloody lipped with the gloss topper. Very cunty. And she got that nice tired look around the eyes. Perf. She got that smudged Amy Lee bullshit going on. Grudge girl hair. She's ready for Halloween. Regardless, the minute my eyes land on her, the whole of my body freezes. The gun in my hand turns useless as my grip on it slackens. You're right, sir. Hold on, I have to bring it back. I have to bring it back. Do I still have it, or is it... Oh no, it's the MTG card. Hold on. Hold on, I have to bring it back. Where's Doomed by the Narrative? Hold on, wait, let me just... You're serving cunt! You're doomed by the narrative and you're serving cunt! Oh man. Regardless, the minute my eyes... Okay, I already read that. Oh good lord, what did I walk in on? Well, if I hide the text box, it looks like you came in on a much more higher rated visual novel. The ghosts are trying to kill us and she's serving cunt. Listen, she thirsty. She has to serve the cunt. She got the blood lip tint, the Chanel gloss, the Amy Lee collection around her eyes, the Grudge Girl weave. She got them extensions. She working. She working. She just needs some voice lessons. She's succeeding at the slay. Her range is limited. Listen, as Ursula said, it's all about the body language. It's in the manner her gaze bores on me, I'll say. The look of utter hatred and malice. I've seen it loads of times. From suspects, mostly murderers, who never regretted their actions despite being caught. This is the face of someone you can no longer reason with. Ah, yes. When the thirst gets very real and you cannot be reasoned with. She's smiling, hatred and malice. She's having a hell of a good time. Listen, if I went around killing all these cast members, I'd also be having an amazing time. I know, the moment she laughs again and starts dragging me toward her, it's already going to be the...
Ashton, snap out of it!
hated malice. No, I can't die here. Not yet. The haze fades from my mind and instinct kicks in, then and there.
Everyone out! Get out! Get out of here!
With one powerful tug, I yank my foot out of her grip and scramble back to my feet, ignoring the piercing wail she fills the room with. Within the span of a second, I'm gunning for the door, grabbing the wrist of the first person my hand can reach, and leading the two of them out. Into the hallway! I'd be kicking this thing in the face right now, just saying, listen, Danny Phantom Danny Phantom has unfortunately changed me for the worse. Danny Phantom has unfortunately changed me for the worse, and I need ectoplasm within me. Just saying. Into the hallway. Oh no. Message checked. He's bitch made. The hallway again. Does this hallway, I swear, down the flight of steps and right inside my car. I waste no time flooring on the gas pedal the second the last person closes the door behind them. In a short while, I'm driving us out of Salem Well. I don't even entertain the thought of running down just yet. Even as the last of the woman's painful cries fade into the night. My car in the hallway. Oh hey, it's Halloween. But out the weapon and everything just to run it. That Glock weren't gonna do nothing. That Glock wasn't gonna do anything. I think he realized. A dreary downpour starts off Monday. Wait, so those previous events happened on October 30th, my birthday. Cool. Exactly. All these characters die. There's hot singles in your area. They all died on a night just like this. I can't. He couldn't even pull the trigger. Listen, he had performance issues. When you're in front of a woman serving that much cut, you might have performance issues. He got nervous at the sheer amount of slay. Exactly. I know. I've been waiting to see if the. Hold on. A dreary downpour starts off the Monday, although it doesn't last for more than an hour. The dark cars. The dark clouds lift just after the sun peeks over the horizon. Literally the least downpour I've seen. But the budget is tight, I get it. Brief as it is, the rain has significantly dampened the park's usual cheery vibe. Mornings like this often mark the start of another bad week. That woman in a bicolor dress with weird asymmetry. Her mad scientist husband. And her fucking Madoka Magica child. Wait, didn't we talk about this? And this one was a Steins Gate reference, I think? No, wait, this dude doesn't look like the dude. This dude is from Steins Gate, but that is so Madoka. I cannot be convinced otherwise, I think. Hold on, wait, let me get, hold on, this is all, we're already off to the worst start ever. Hold on, let me bring up my man. Well, not my man. He's just a man. He's not my man. He's a man. Steins Gate main character. Okay, no, that's not him, because this man looks way more disheveled and not put together. This man looks like he's on the edge of 47 mental breakdowns, all at the same time. And considering that the Steins Gate is about time jumping and the multiverse and, you know, dealing with that bullshit, I don't think this is him. I don't know who these three are. It has to be a shout out. An arrest gone wrong, another investigation leading to a dead end, or some truly fricked up shit being called in. Like that one time I was dispatched to a scene where a guy gouged his own eyeball out and almost ate it. I don't know why, but I'm like, is that... To be fair, at least he wasn't gouging out someone else's eyeball and eating it. I mean, either way, it's a problem. But at least less people involved. Was a few chews away from swallowing it, in fact. Lost my dinner that day. I have watched too much Hannibal to, like, even be like, oh, okay. I've watched too much Hannibal to be like, ew. I'm too far gone.
Fun times.
Of course, I doubt anything can stop getting cursed by a damn chain letter of all things. Sort of stupid thing people pass along as a prank through emails and text messages, for fuck's sake. Ghost chasing after you just puts the icing on that cake. So far, all we've done is run, snoop about, read stuff, and run again. It frustrates me to no end how we're still no closer to an answer. Vesper, too far gone? Could find proof, but then Twitch would end me. That stays in the Rule 34 channel of your Discord. Okay, how long have I been streaming? Because I think I need to send y'all off. Yeah. Actually, this would be a good time to, Wait, hold on. Did they give us information on what that fucking food was? Did they never inform us? They never informed us what the hell this is. What is this? I need to know. Is this just chocolate in a damn bowl? That's, porridge and chia seeds? They said it had cocoa in it. And Ashton was like, who puts cocoa in porridge? And I'm like... I'm not sure if it is porridge. Hold on. Wait. Hold on, this will bother me until the end of time. The letter. All food. That was the most useless DuckDuckGo search ever. I'm a former chef and I don't even know. I feel like it's one of those things a mom will throw together just like, you know, the slop. I feel like it's the mom slop. You just shove into your child's mouth to get him to shut up. Every mom has the mom slop recipe. Hold on, the letter Wikia. There doesn't need to be 700,000 words in this visual novel. This did not need 700,000 words to be told. $700,000 words. Yep. Okay, hold on. Will the community hub help me? Community hub, help me. Where's food? I think it's just slop at this point. I think it just might be, you know, this is parent slop. Remember when I did backwards image search on hors d'oeuvres and it was the fucking cover of the hors d'oeuvres book? Yes, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. It was a reverse image search of the hors d'oeuvres and you just got the hors d'oeuvre book. Maybe this is just breakfast. Hold on. Breakfast. Recipe book. No, unfortunately, there's like too many eggs. Eggs, parfaits, mushrooms. Oh, that I'm sorry, reverse image search. Hold on. Let me actually do a reverse image search. Hold on. Search image. Thank you from my clipboard. Oh, of course I get a server error. Okay. Hold on, chat. I must know. Oh, hold on. Hold on. We have an answer. We have an answer. Oh, it is rice porridge. Hold on. Take you out. Actually, let me do this on DuckDuckGo because I hate the fact that I'm supporting Google. It's, Champorado? Champorado? Hold on. Do you have a fucking... Fine. Let me actually... Let me turn off game. We got Champorado. Champorado? I'm white. That's my issue. Champorado or Samporado? Hold on, I need spit on my tongue to roll my R's. Do not ask why. Fuck this. Samporado? Samporado? I'm not rolling my R's, I'm purring. Food here only has one R. Traditionally made by boiling sticky rice with tableya, traditional tablets of pure ground roasted cocoa beans. It can be served hot or cold, usually for breakfast or merienda with a drizzle of milk or coconut milk and sugar to taste. It is usually eaten as is, but a common pairing is with salted dried fish. Tinu Hong? Tinu Hong? Tinu Hong is a variant of Champorado in the Visayan-speaking regions of the Philippines. It is usually made by boiling sticky rice with sugar instead of tableya. Coffee or milk is sometimes added to it. Let's see here. So, I can't believe we actually found it. I can't believe this is actually a thing. But since, Isabel is from the Philippines, this makes sense. This makes sense. Okay, yeah. And this looks vaguely like a Filipino rice porridge, easy to make with only 5 ingredients, and is delicious and comforting with an intense chocolate flavor. Oh hey, it kind of looks like you put Snap Crackle Pop in just a lot of chocolate. Oh no. Oh no. It's one of those. It's one of those. Oh, okay. Okay, okay. It's like when your Cocoa Krispies get soggy. I think it's I hope it's better than that though. Alright, we have introduced everyone to a new recipe. Rice, glutinous rice, also known as... I'm not pronouncing that. Tableya, chocolate discs, ooh. I'm sorry, I'd probably end up trying to eat that by itself. It would probably be bitter as hell. But I would probably try to eat it. Bring a pot of water to boil, add sweet rice, and stir to distribute. Add tableya and cook, stirring regularly until chocolate has melted. Wait. Does it just assume we've already washed the rice? Does it assume we've already washed the rice? Probably. Although, wait, this is glutinous rice. I'm not sure if you... You know what? That's something I'll just Google later. Okay, you know what? I'll just go ahead and post this in the chat. We have learned tonight, chat, This game has actually made us learn something for once. Okay, but while we have learned, it's time to send y'all over. Okay. Who we got? Who we got? Who we got? Okay, we got Pally, we got Chen, we got... Okay, let me see what Pally's playing. Because it's saying he's playing retro. Is this... Okay, Shining Force Randomizer Finale. We have Kira who's playing Ninja Gaiden. Where has he started? No, looks like he's ending. Looks like he's ending, unless he's been talking for 2 whole hours. Yeah. Chen's been going for 6. Hmm. Okay. New person to raid? New person rating? I'm rating? Just watched them today, but I got good confirmation from someone that I should follow them, so we're going to be rating Toko Meow6, who is playing the Rail Star Honkai game. Honkai Star Rail. Oh wait, do they have anyone hot? It looks like they got some goth baddie on their team, so yeah, there's someone hot. Let's go give a raid to new person, as suggested by, if I remember correctly, it was NJ who I saw retweet them. So, everyone go give your love to Toko Meow6. Behave appropriately until you learn the way to behave appropriately there. And, good night. I will see you all tomorrow with more of this. Well, tomorrow or Tuesday. Might not be tomorrow, because I might need a break. Either tomorrow or Tuesday with more of this disaster. Because we need to finish so I can play something else. Good night. Good fortune. See you when I see you, and bye.